Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Hey, that's good. Thank you, Clyde. I would like to give you a quick overview of the purpose of the Franchise Advisory Committee, or the FAC. For those of you, direct line of feedback from the franchisee to the franchisor. Although there is no fiduciary responsibility for this committee, their input is very important. Being a member, believe me, is no small task. It takes many days each year of face-to-face meetings with days in corporate staff, as well as conference calls, emails, and a constant communications with the group of hotels they represent. I truly have appreciated the sacrifices this committee makes each year as they take time away from their families and businesses to be involved. With that being said, I'm pleased to introduce to you this year's Franchise Advisory Committee election process. The recent communications you received included information on eligibility to vote, the election process, as well as how the FAC and the company are going to administer this process. In a separate letter, each franchisee, representative of each franchise site, received one control code number. We hope that you designated to vote for your site or sites have these letters or control code numbers with you today. If you do not have the control code numbers with you, you may, with proper identification, obtain this control code number at the election booth. Let's quickly review the voting process. The polls will open at 1 p.m. and close at 5 p.m. Voting will take place on the trade show floor immediately following this general session by the Days Inn brand booth. As we have done in prior years, we will continue our electronic voting process, which makes the results easier to tabulate and obviously certify. For each franchise site to be represented as a franchisee representative, you will use the control code and follow the prompts on the electronic ballot system to cast one vote for each of the 4 open FAC positions, 2 of which are voting and 2 of which are non-voting. You may choose not to cast 2 votes, but as always, there is no cumulative voting. So you may not cast more than 1 vote per site for any nominee. The 2 people receiving the most votes will be elected to the 2 full-term voting seats. These terms end after the 3rd Go Global conference following this one. The individuals receiving the 3rd and 4th highest vote tallies will be elected to the non-voting seats. Those terms, however, end after the next global conference. Once the control code is entered into the electronic voting system, the code is locked out, and no other ballots can be recorded using that code. If you vote by proxy, please fill out the complete proxy and include all the requested information on it. Any proxy given to a person attending the conference will be presumptively valid if the control code is used, and presumptively invalid if the control code is not provided to the named proxy. The ballots will be tabulated under the supervision of an attorney and a Days Inn team member. In the case of a tie, there will be a runoff election. Otherwise, the election results will be announced at tomorrow night's gala. Now, to be eligible for the FAC, the person and the site with which the person is associated must meet certain criteria and qualifications. The nominee must be the franchise representative of the site. A franchisee representative is defined in the bylaws as one of the following: the sole proprietor of a proprietorship, an executive officer of a corporation, a general partner of a general limited partnership, a manager of a limited liability company, or a trustee of a trust. In the alternative, the franchisee representative may be a person who owns a majority equity or other ownership interests in the franchise entity. All sites with which the nominee is associated must be a fully paid member of their regional alliance. The site must not be in default under its franchise or license agreement, must not have had its franchise terminated, and must have scored a 200 or lower on its last QA inspection before this election. With that said, it gives me great pleasure to announce this year's nominees, and if I may ask, please hold your applause until all the nominees have been announced. Dana Smith, Vandalia, Illinois. Sandeep Thakkar, Cleveland, Ohio. Subodh Patel, Lubbock, Texas. Santosh Modi, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Bhavesh Patel, Charleston, Goose Creek, South Carolina. Janak Patel, Raleigh, downtown North Carolina. And Tina Parmar, Memphis, Tennessee. Under the bylaws, I must ask for any nominations from the floor, keeping in mind the criteria I have just described. Are there any additional nominations, please? Okay. Seeing there are no more nominations, the nominations are now closed. Now let's take a look at this year's nominees.
My name is Dana Smith. I am an owner and general manager of a Days Inn in Vandalia, Illinois. I serve as the Illinois Alliance chairperson. I'm a member of the Days for Business Alliance, and in the past have served on tourism committees in my community and state. At the local junior college this semester, I have the privilege to honor me with your vote. My name is Dana Smith, and I would like a second term as your franchise advisory representative.
Hello, my fellow franchisees. My name is Sandy Thacker, and I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak here today. I have been your franchise representative on the Days Inn Advisory Committee since 2010. Sandy Thacker, I promise you the same hard work and dedication to keep Days Inn and your investment at the top of our segment. I look forward to your support, and please have a great time in Las Vegas.
Hello everyone, my name is Subodh Patel. 2010 and 2011, two of the most challenging years in my 20 years of being a Days Inn franchisee and a businessman. I commend Anuraag Mullick, our current chairman, for his steadfast leadership over the past 2 years. His focus and determination for Days In have set new standards for the FAC. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I salute you. Finally, I encourage everyone to vote in this election process during the trade show. Again, my name is Subodh Patel, and I ask for your vote one more time to serve you.
Hello, fellow Days In owners and operators. I'm Santosh Modi from Albuquerque, New Mexico, the land of enchantment, and I want to be your next Franchise Advisory Committee board member. I would be honored with your vote, so remember, vote for Modi. You won't be sorry.
My name is Tina Pramar and I represent Days In and Suite, Colleyville, Tennessee, and I'm also president of Tennessee Regional Alliance. And by bringing the female perspective to the board, the FAC board will become better represented. Your vote is very important and I will be honored with your vote. I thank you in advance for voting for me and giving me opportunity to serve you. I'm Tina Pramar from Colleyville, Tennessee.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Las Vegas. I am Bhavesh Patel from Charleston, Goose Creek, and I'm running for the FAC. You elected me to be on the FAC so that you can achieve your goals for your property and reap the rewards for financial success. I am Bhavesh Patel from Charleston, Goose Creek, South Carolina.
I am Janik Patel from Raleigh and Hardever, North Carolina. I would like to thank you and Wyndham Hotel Group for the opportunity to seek the FAC position. With my experience and values, I ensure you an excellent FAC representation. I truly appreciate your vote. I am Janik Patel.
Please give all of them a great hand. All wonderful, great ideas, good representation, so please make your pick today. The polls open at 1 p.m. and close at 5 p.m. And voting will take place on the trade show floor by the Days In brand booth immediately after we finish here. This year, as we did in our summits last year, we will be hosting a town hall for 1 hour, hosted by your FAC, and that will be done in South C's C and D on the 3rd floor today from 2 to 3 p.m. Please make a note of that to be there. Look forward to seeing you there. And please welcome back our president, Mr. Clyde Webb. Thank you.
So good morning to the largest, working to be the best economy brand in the world.